anything else. So yeah, that's me. But now I would like to know a bit about you. So I don't know if you can tell me a bit about, I don't know what you're doing, yourself,
Okay.
and everything.
Okay. My name is Maria Fernanda Rojas. I'm from Bolivia, Cochabamba. I am a business administration. I study business. I finished in 2019, so now I'm working with my family. I think that's all about me. I'm just working, home working, and I think I need to do more. So that's why I choose to take these classes and do a master next year.
Oh, nice. So you're planning on doing a master?
Yes, I hope, yeah.
Okay.
I need to take the TOEFL test next year.
I see. Okay. So what are you going to be mastering in?
I'm not sure. I think that marketing or sales management, something
Okay.
like that.
It's awesome. Amazing.
Yeah.
So you're planning on doing it abroad? Where would you like to go?
Yes, abroad. I want to go. I don't know, maybe some country in Europe, but I haven't chosen yet.
Okay, that's great offer. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, so here's our calendar. Here's some info about the program. I mean, about the course we're gonna be taking.
Okay.
So let me show you. All right. So Ruth was telling me that we are gonna start in the, okay, where is this? In the A9 level, and we're gonna be covering A9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 until we're done, you know?
Yes.
And here's the calendar. Now about the schedule, I think there has been a change. I don't know if you're aware, because it is kind of, so
I said that I can. You mean Saturday? That's the change? Because she told me we'll pass in the classes 7:30 to 8:30.
Where are you from again?
Sorry?
Where are you from?
Bolivia, Cochabamba.
Okay, so yes. So I think we're having classes from Monday to Friday.
Yes.
It's 9 p.m. But I think that's for Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, right?
Yes.
Exactly. And 9:30 for Mondays and
Wednesdays.
And on Saturdays, what time are we in class?
She told me 7:30 to 8:30.
Okay, perfect. So 7:30 to 8:30. Okay, then. So it's settled. All right.
That's okay?
Yes, it's perfect for me.
Are we keeping this? Okay. Yeah,
we're
fine.
Okay. So then let's start. As I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at this platform that we use, but we're gonna be using.
Okay. Yeah, I just entered a few minutes ago. I didn't have time to look after this page, but now I'm in the Pearson web.
Yes. Pearson platform, right?
Yes, Pearson platform.
Okay, so you're fine. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna be, where are you? You should be right here. So now we're done.
So,
So yeah,
one question, I'm sorry. How can I call you? Like teacher, Andrea, or
whatever you want is fine by me. Or you
okay.
can call me whatever you want. I'm okay with everything.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to start working on this today. We're in module C, by the way, and we're going to be covering all of this. I think we have 8 classes to cover a module. Starting today with the first one here.
I'm sorry, sorry. I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat it, please?
Of course. So I was saying we're here. We're starting module C. That's the
Okay.
level of response. And I think we have 8 classes to finish one module. So we're gonna take 8 classes to work on this from C1 to C4, and the same is gonna go for the other ones.
Okay. About model A and model B, we're not taking.
No, because the thing is that this is the one that corresponds to the level that I was asking,
Okay.
A9. So yeah. And then we're gonna move on to another product that's gonna be for A10 and so on.
Okay.
Okay. So here we have a bit of, you will also find some resources here. So you can take a look at it if you want. You can, because there are some videos here. So I think that we're constantly looking at a story. So you can check out this page whenever you have some time.
Okay.
And I will also be assigning you homework through this platform. So you will look at it in the assignments section, and there you can do it. Okay. So why don't we start with a short listening? We're gonna watch a video. Okay. So could you please read the instructions for me, Martha?
Instructions. Talia has phoned Nick from Graber's building. Talia was angry and told Nick that she couldn't find Jack Becker. Nick is now upset and worried. He rushes down the building to look for Jackie Baker. Look at the picture, predict. What do you think Nick finds out from the receptionist? Continue? Yeah.
Please.
Okay, there's no Jackie Baker in the building. The receptionist overheard Nick's conversation with Talia. Talia is waiting for Nick. The receptionist is a soccer fan.
Okay. So look at this picture here and tell me, what do you think, Nick? I think this guy here is Nick. So what do you think will happen? What do you think he finds out?
Okay, let me see. There's no Jackie Baker in the building.
Okay, good guess. We're gonna see in the video.
Guess.
Okay, let's see. All right, so let's take a look. I think I'm not sharing my stuff. Okay, so here we go. Let me just, all right.
Hello. Jackie Baker, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, but there's no Jackie Baker here.
Do you mind if I look at that?
Not at all. Have a look. Let me guess. You're Nick.
That's right. How did you know?
Oh, you're famous around here.
Oh. Do you follow soccer?
Soccer? No, never watch it. I was listening when that woman called you. I overheard everything.
Well, that's great.
She was really angry. Well, I've seen angry before, but she was like really irate.
I know. I was there. Say, do you know what time it is?
Nearly 5. I was just getting ready to leave when you arrived.
It's probably too late anyway. The news is going to be on in an hour.
All right. So, were you right? Is that what he finds out?
Yes, there was no Jackie Baker there.
Exactly. All right, so we're gonna answer these questions now. The first
Okay.
one, what does the receptionist tell Nick?
There's
So,
no name Jackie Baker in the building.
awesome. Okay. The second one, how does the receptionist know Nick's name?
She listened to Talia's phone's conversation with Nick.
Okay. Third one, when will the news be on television?
I don't remember. 5.
Okay, what time it was? When Nick asks what time it is, what does the woman say?
Early 5.
Okay, so yeah, it was nearly 5, so probably. And what about the last one? When Nick says it's probably too late anyway, what does he mean?
Talia has already left the building.
Okay,
I think.
we're gonna split it. Okay, so we got 2 out of 4. I think 2 were wrong. So the time, yeah, I don't remember either. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I think that when he says it's probably too late now, he means
Is
something.
the new will be soon? I think,
Yeah.
yes. I thought too late.
Okay. So yes, yeah, that's correct. Okay. That was the video. I don't know if you have any questions about anything we've seen in that video.
No, I don't. No.
Okay. So here we'll find the books. Let me open it.
I have a question. Well, what will be the order of the class? I mean, are we doing listening, speaking, reading, writing, or do we have a schedule of the class?
Usually I try to do it all in the same class. So right now we did listening. And now I think in the book, we usually have some questions about the video. So that's useful for speaking, you know?
Okay.
And I focus on grammar.
Okay.
Right. And then we also have some vocabulary. But let's look at this.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's look at these questions here. So what do you think? Okay, so Nick seems worried, right? What do you think he's worried about?
I don't know. I think he said something to Talia's and he wants to apologize. It was too late to say sorry. I don't know. I think.
I like that story. You're making it up nice. So in that case, if Nick did that, you know, and Talia is mad at Nick right now, do you think that things are as bad as they seem in case that is what happened?
Yes, I think. Look the picture number 2 in the right. It's really sad.
Yeah, it's almost breaking down there. So has that ever happened to you before? Like, have you been in a situation where you wanted to apologize to someone, but it was too late?
Yes. That happened to me once with my mom. We fight and she had to travel. I didn't know the time she was leaving, so it was too late. So I just call her and say I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So, and you know that Nick was talking about some television program or probably news. So what do you think that's about? What do you think is happening there with that TV?
Maybe the rumors about their relationship with Talia's, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you can write. All right. All right.
Very romantic, my story. Yeah.
Yes. I see you're a romantic person already.
Yes. Kind
Okay.
of.
So now the grammar that we have here for this unit is focused on the past continuous versus the past simple. I think when you have the two of them together, modals of permission and these comparisons that we have with as plus adjective plus as, for example, as easy as. So today we can work on the past continuous and if we have time on the modals as well.
Okay.
So I have a presentation for that. Let me open it. What do you think of that grammar? To be honest, I think you have a pretty good level. So what do you think of that?
No, that's okay. I understand most of all, but I don't think I have a good grammar. I mean, yes, I have a kind of good grammar, but what is my problem is the vocabulary and I don't know, some reading section.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because yes, at least you're speaking, like you have a really good pronunciation and, so I think you're able to like communicate effectively. So.
Okay, thank you. I'm kind of nervous because I really want to take these courses and pass the TOEFL test. I'm hoping to have 100%.
Okay.
100, yes.
You can get there. Maybe,
Okay.
since because we have, I think, the last two modules, they don't have a. So what I did, for example, because I was working with another student that was like you, that was taking this program, and what we did is the last two ones we were like practicing TOEFL. So maybe we can do it as well.
Okay, yes.
Okay. So
I wasn't sure. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure because I took the exam, the virtual test, and I was worried about my level. And I think I need to take, I don't know, starting 6, 7. But what do you think? Do you think it's okay to start in 9 to 14?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was actually saying, I was, you should be higher, like 8, 10 maybe, but we can, it's good to review it. So
yes, it's okay. Let's start. I'm sorry.
No worries. Okay, so let's look at the past simple versus the past tense. So these are two past tenses, and what there's in the book is mostly how we use them together, but it's also important to see how we use them separately. So first thing, we have the past simple, which I'm sure you know, and basically it's a tense that we use to talk about past events, of course, things that happen in the past, but usually have the characteristic that they're like sometimes a one-time thing, or they ended in the past, or they are like finished actions, or they don't have that much relevance about what you're saying in the present. So, for example, when you're talking about finished actions, things that already happened that are probably, not connected to right now. So, for example, I lived in New York 2 years. So it's something that already happened. You don't live in New York anymore. Or he met us at the station. So that's probably something that happened just once. He met us at the station, and that's it. Because otherwise, I could use other tenses. Like, for example, if it's something that happened repeatedly, I could say he would meet us at the station. Or if it's something that has some connection to the present.
What happened in, sorry, what did you say? What did you say?
So I was saying, so if it's something this is something that happened probably just once, right? Because if it's something that happened like repeatedly, I could say he would meet us at the station,
okay.
Or he used to meet us at the station. Or if it's something that's related to the present, maybe something that happened recently or something that has some connection to what we're talking about, I could say he has met us at the station with the present perfect. So they are different past, but this is usually for finished action, one-time things. or when we have a series of events. So for example, he shut the window, switched off the light, and went upstairs. So it's a sequence of events, a series of actions, and they're all in the past simple. Shut, switched off, went.
Went.
Exactly. So that's the past tense, but we also have the past continuous, which in this case is mostly used for things that happen in progress in the past. So they are definitely not just something that happened in 2 seconds. Like for example, I dropped my wallet. So I could never say something like I was, I don't know, dropping my wallet. Something that wouldn't make that much sense because it's something that doesn't happen in a progressive time. But I could say I was writing a letter because it's something that takes time. So I was writing it for a while. They were playing football at this time yesterday. Or when we talk about simultaneous actions, my mom was cooking dinner and I was doing my homework. So at the same time. So what I would say that you need to remember, there are some verbs that you cannot use in the past continuous. Things that happen fast, like dropping your wallet is something that just happens once and quickly. Or when you, I don't know, perhaps when you lose something, you're not gonna say, I was losing my ID card. Because it would make nonsense, you know what I mean? So yeah, those are the 2 tenses that we have here. Past simple versus the past continuous. Is that okay? Any questions so far?
No, I think that's okay.
Okay. Now, here are some more examples, I think. Here's something that happened in the past. I lived in New York, 2015, 2017. And right now I live somewhere else. I live in London. Finished action. Or a series of events. Shut up the window.
Shut up the window, switch off the light, I went downstairs.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, here's the past continuous to simultaneous actions. Marge was cooking and Bart was sleeping, I guess. Okay.
Doing her homework.
Okay. Now what happens if you want to use to? And this is what the book focuses on. You remember how, I don't know, the woman, the receptionist was saying, I was getting ready to leave when you arrived. So there she is.
Ready to leave when you arrived. We're using both of them, past continuous and simple past. Right?
Exactly. We're using both of them in the same sentence. We can also invert it, invert the order. Now, can you tell me why? Why are we using both?
I don't know. I think it's like you said, they're doing the action, like he was getting ready, but the other sentence when you arrived is that just happened, maybe.
Okay, yes, you're correct. And what happened first? What happened after? What's the sequence?
What happened next? What happened first? First is she was getting ready, and then she arrived. Was that? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So first she was getting ready, and then he arrived. Mm-hmm. So as you can see, the action that's in the past tense is interrupting the action that was in progress. So that's why we use them together. So we have an action that's in progress, something that's happening, and then something interrupts.
So the interrupt is a simple past.
Exactly. There you go. Perfect. So she was getting ready. Yeah, right. Now remember that about grammar, when you have the when in the middle of the sentence and it's connecting to ideas, you don't need to use any commas.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But when it's at the beginning, then you use it. The same as the conditionals one, right? So if, I don't know, if Bolivia wins, this will happen, so you need a comma. But if it's at the middle, then you don't need a comma. The same happens with those conditions. Okay. So, for example, if I say when the phone rang, the receptionist left versus when the phone rang, the receptionist was leaving. What's the difference?
So when the phone rang, the receptionist left. It happened at the same time. The phone rang and she left. But in the second sentence is she was doing the action like she was leaving and the phone rang. So she was passing the door or the phone rang, I think.
Yes, perfect. So in the first one, the phone ringing is the first thing that happened, and then she left. In the second one, is something to interrupt. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So, for example, I was cycling in the evening when suddenly a man stepped on my way. So, and then probably that he fell. So it's an interrupted action.
I'm sorry, can you? I was cycling in the evening when suddenly a man stepped on my way. There was a progress in the past. Yes, an interrupted action.
Exactly. So he was cycling and then something happened. The man stepped. Okay. So I guess you know this, but anyhow, you know that the past simple, you have regular, irregular verbs. Sometimes you just add the ed ending and that's it. And sometimes you need to memorize what the past tense of each word or each verb is. You know? So worked, cooked. How do you pronounce these words, by the way?
Work. Well, which one?
This list.
Okay. Worked, cooked, walked, opened, cleaned, tried, shoot, washed.
Okay, that's perfect. All of them were great. What about this one here, though?
Shooted, showed.
Shouted. There you go. Perfect. So I love that. You have an awesome pronunciation because, yes, these are, worked, cooked. So they could have the T or the D ending. It doesn't matter, but they are short pronunciations, you know. But when you have a verb that ends in a T or in a D word, like visit or play, well, not play, visit or end, maybe. So when it ends in a T or D sound, then you actually pronounce the ET. So shouted.
Shouted.
And right? Okay. So nice. And on the other hand, the past continuous, you need the verb be first, of course, in the past. So were or was, then the verb and the ing.
ING.
Okay.
Yes.
And sorry?
Could you give me a list of verbs, maybe some verbs? Because I know, but I think I need to practice more, like the other past. Go, went, come, came, made, made.
Okay, yes, of course. I can give you a list. And another thing we can is try to take a look at some phrasal verbs as well, which is something usually at this level, you know?
Yes, so, phrasal verbs like could, of, could on, all of this. I think.
So yes, for sure. Okay. And as I was saying, the past continuous, verb be or ing. Well, negatives. For the past simple, you use didn't or did not for all of the subjects. And in the past continuous, you use the negative of the verb be, so weren't or wasn't. And the questions, same way. If it's a normal verb or like any verb that's not the verb be, you need an auxiliary. In this case, in the past. So did you work?
I have a question? Can we mix like a question like the other sentences, like do simple past plus past continuous, but in a question.
Of
And
course.
it,
So you could say something like, what were you doing when I arrived? Right?
okay,
Something like
yes.
that. Okay. So yes. Okay. So I don't know if you have any questions about the theory part.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so let's practice.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what sentence can you make for this one? What do you think happened here?
The phone was ringing when I was cleaning the window. No. Can I use, do I have to start with the girl or the phone? Or I can choose
You can
what
choose
I
your,
think? Okay.
yeah, what do you think happened?
The girl was cleaning the window when the phone rang.
Perfect. Because the phone ringing is something that's not gonna, or you could also say the phone was ringing because it's fast, but it's
Yeah.
usually something that interrupts. She was cleaning, busy the window, and then something that their phone rang.
And the wrong. Yes.
What about this one here? What could have happened?
The girl was reading when the dog showed.
Shot. Okay. So that's great. You know the structure that the girl was reading when the dog. Now, when you talk about dogs, usually you can use the verb bark, which means
Bark?
yes, ladrar, right? Bark.
Okay.
Or if you want to say gritar, then that's shout. Shouted,
No,
shout.
I think I quería decir se apareció, show it.
Okay, showed. Yes, you can
Yeah.
say showed. Usually, when you want to say like that, because show alone means like mostrar, right? But you want to say you can say showed up. So the dog, or also walked in, right? Which means entrar or showed up, aparecer.
Okay.
So
So
again,
these are phrasal verbs, right?
exactly.
Mm.
Okay. So while Kate was reading a book, the dog came. But honestly, showed up or walked in sounds a lot better than came. More now.
Yeah.
Okay, this one
So
here.
we're in the last sentence we're using while, right? So
Yeah. You could use when.
While, just the two of them are.
Yes. The thing is, usually when you use while, you use it for
With
the
the past continuous, right?
exactly. And when you use when is it could be for both. We could say when Kate was reading, but while is mostly just for the past continuous, and when is for both. So yeah.
While is
It would be
for
weird
past
to say
continuous.
Kate was reading the book.
Yeah, I mean, while you use when in past continuous and when simple past.
When is for both.
When is for both?
For both, yes, because you could say when Kate was reading or when the dog came. But you couldn't say while the dog came, right? Because while in so yes, because while means like mientras.
Mientras.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, nice, good observation. Now, what about this one? What do you think happened here?
I don't know how to say aterrizar. I want to say he was driving a car when the helicopter arrived, maybe.
You can use the verb land
Land.
or
Land is aterrizar.
yes. And you know what the opposite of that is? Like despegar, take off.
Take off. Despegar.
Yeah. So the plane takes off, you know,
Uh-huh.
and then it lands.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what would you say here?
I said the guy was driving a car when the helicopter landed.
Landed. Landed, yes. Since it ends in D, that's why you pronounce.
Sí. Uh-huh.
Okay, so perfect. Mike was driving a car when the helicopter landed, or he saw an helicopter, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So what about this one here? What do you think happened?
He was swimming when he saw a turtle.
Nice, he was swimming when he saw a turtle. Okay, you could use also the verb diving, you know, which basically means, I don't know what the buceando, I think?
Bucean, yes, I know. I wanted to say bucear, but I didn't know the word.
Okay, so yes, diving. Okay.
Yeah.
And what about this one here?
I have a question here. I have one sentence in my mind. The kids were playing when it started raining, maybe.
When it,
Start raining, but I have to use the past, right?
yes, the kids, but you're right, when the kids were playing with it, but in the past, right? So it, how would it be?
Raining. I mean, it happened at the same time.
Okay, so if it's at the same time, you could say while the kids were playing, it was raining, you know?
It was
So
raining.
both were at the same time. But if one interrupted another, so if first the kids were playing and then interrupted,
It
you would have to say
started.
exactly.
It started rain.
It started to rain, right? It started
to rain.
exactly. So yeah.
While the children were playing in the park, it started to rain. So when do we use some verb before, like started to, or something to before the thing happened?
Okay, usually you don't use it with some expressions because it would be weird to say it rained because it's something that
Yes,
happens.
it was very confusing in my mind.
So yeah, usually you just have some verbs. I don't know, like this when you talk about the weather, probably it started to rain, it started to snow. What else? When you talk about crying, sometimes like I started to cry, or the baby started to cry. When you talk about like shouting as well, I started to shout as well. I don't know. So some verbs, but
Okay.
expressions, you know, it's not really because of grammar, but because of the way that it sounds better.
Yeah.
Okay. So what could this one be?
She the girl was watching TV when he prepared a cup of tea, a cup of coffee maybe.
Okay, nice. So Usually when you talk about coffee, I don't know why, but you use the verb make. So you
Oh,
could say, he
okay.
made some coffee, or if you're doing it for someone else, then you could say he made her some coffee as well, you know?
He made her.
So what do
Okay.
we, I don't know what this is. While Dad was drinking coffee, Mary was watching TV, I guess.
He's using both of,
Both.
like I said before,
Okay.
in both sentences, past continuous.
Yeah, but you could do the way you did. You could say she was watching TV when the guy made her coffee or made some coffee. Or
Okay.
okay, what about this one here?
The boy was doing his homework when his friend is their I'm confused. His friends showed up in his home.
Okay, his friends showed up. Careful with the camera.
Showed up.
Yeah. Okay. You know what's a verb for when you do that? When you show up at somebody's house, you can say it's a phrasal verb as well. You can say drop by, come by. I don't know if there's another one. Come over, but that's usually when you're gonna hang out in a place, you know? But drop by and come by means like visit someone for like for not that long. Yeah, it's like
Oh,
I don't think there's a word for that in Spanish, to be honest. Drop by and come by, but it means like visitar, but do it like very quickly and unannounced. So you're not actually letting that person know. You're just dropping by, you know?
and coming by is the same.
Okay, so weirdly, I don't know why, but come usually is used in the simple form or in the past form. So I was doing my homework when my friends came by. So they came by. But with drop, you could actually use it in continuous. So they're dropping by, which means they're visiting me unannounced. You know?
Come
So
over.
both mean, let's look for a translation. Come over is different because you usually know that the other person is going to come over. That's why sometimes, I don't know if you've seen this in TV shows or something, but somebody says, you know, why don't you come over for a bit? So the person actually knows, and it means like, yes, and they usually hang out at the house, you know, so they spend the time there. Okay.
Like, come over tonight. You can say, come over tonight. Okay.
Exactly. Let's watch some Netflix. I don't know. Order pizza. Why don't you come over? So you're.
Yes, I heard that. But dropping by, come by.
So look at this. It's funny because it says, well, drop by. So entrar un momento, but I don't think that's, you know,
like
no, definitely not.
A super fast visit.
Yeah, exactly. So usually drop out when you want to leave something. Or so let's see if we have a sentence. Okay. Okay, so like this one. Next time you drop by the branch, so pasar por, yes, I think that's the closest one, like pasar por. I'm gonna drop by your house, voy a pasar por tu casa.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that would. Okay, so here we have came, which
drop by to pick up some things or to pick up the lunch. Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, you got it.
And come by.
Come by is the same, almost the same.
Okay.
Okay. So here, what do you think happened here?
Okay. I was driving a bicycle when I realized I was angry.
Perfect. Yeah, I realized I was angry. Remember when you talk about bikes, you can usually use the verb ride. So ride
Yeah. I
or
was
cycle.
cycling. Yes, I was
Okay.
cycling. But
Okay.
I also can, riding a bike is the same thing, right?
Yes, usually cycling is when you do it professionally.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, riding a bike is when you just do it for fun.
Okay.
Okay, then. So any questions about the past continuous, past progressive so far?
No, I
Okay.
think, I mean, but you explain me while, when you use both of them, and while just in past continuous.
Exactly. Perfect.
But do we have an order, like first I need to start with while, and then can I use both of them, while and when?
No, not really. You cannot use both of them in the same sentence. So it doesn't have an order.
Yes.
I mean, you can use them both either at the beginning of the sentence, like while I was working, or when I was working, or when you came, and you could also use them at the middle of the sentence. You know, like I was doing this while my mom was doing this other thing, or when that person arrived. So both you can use them at the middle, at the beginning, and you cannot use them together in the same sentence.
And I can use this twice, like when this happened, when, no, it's not okay,
No.
right?
No.
Yes, it doesn't sound right.
Okay. So finally, let's look at some vocabulary that we have here. Let's see what this is about.
Okay.
So do you think you can please read the instructions?
In the video, the receptionist advised Nick to cheer up. Look at these and other examples of advice below. Click on the light bulb to see the meanings of these expressions. When you're sure you understand all the expressions, do the exercise. For each definition, choose the advice that matches it. Matches
Right.
it. I don't know.
It's okay. Okay. So we have some expressions here. Let's click on the light bulb icon. Okay. So the first one we got was cheer up. Do you know what that means?
No. I mean, cheerio, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Tomorrow's
So
a holiday. I will have to work. To become happier.
Yes. It's like you were right. You were saying, for example, the cheerleadings, the cheers in a high school.
Anima.
Exactly, animadora. So es animar. So to make someone cheer up, it means like to cheer someone up. You could also say, I'm going to cheer her up. So it means like I'm reanimar. Okay. What about this one here? To go for it.
To go for it, do you have a goal and you need to go to complete, I don't know, something like
Exactly,
that.
yes. So it's like, I don't know I think, yeah, there's one in Spanish, like ve por ello, right? So go for it. Like you should do it. Go for it. To hang in there.
Hang there.
Hang in there.
To remind. No, I don't know. Hang in there.
Can you read it?
To remind, determinate, to succeed although things are not easy. hang in there, John. The job is sure to get better. Like, just keep trying.
Exactly.
Stay there and you can do it. Something like that.
Perfect. Yes, exactly. Hang in there. Like keep going. You know, things are gonna get better. Maybe aguantar would be, but something like that.
Aguantar, like hold on. No,
Hold
this
on.
is, it's not the same, right?
No, hold on means wait. You know, hold on a sec. So means like, well, wait at first. Hold on. But hang in there is like keep going.
Stay there. Keep going. Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
Keep going.
There's another one, you know, hold on. You can also say hang on, which also means wait. So hang on. So hang on means hold on or wait, and hang in there is keep going.
Like hang on and hold on are the same thing.
Exactly.
Okay. Holding is not the same like hold in there.
No, I don't think that the expression exists.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. What about to have a heart? If I say someone, please have a heart.
Please have, I don't know, feelings or be nice.
Exactly, be nice. So don't be mean, you know, like have a heart, have some compassion, maybe. It's an idiom, yeah. If I say keep cool,
like take it easy, boy.
exactly, yeah. Take it easy, man, keep cool. Or yes, it's like, yeah, exactly, to just keep calm. I think that's another one, you know? Keep cool, okay. And if I say lighten up,
Lighten up, I don't know.
okay, you can read that.
Used in order to tell someone not to be so concerned about something. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Can you explain me this? Like the example is, hey, lighten up. It's only a game.
Yes.
I think same like keep cool, like calm. It's just a game, maybe.
Yeah, it's almost the same, but it's not exactly the same. Keep cool is usually when you are
Upset or something.
exactly when something bad happens and you're going against the wall and you're gonna like, I don't know, break everything down, then you can just say keep cool, you know, be like you can also say have a cool head, you know, like ten la cabeza fría, keep cool. But when you say lighten up, it's like you're so tight and worried about, not worried, but you're like stressed, you know, so you're like tight. There's like, yeah, I'm sure you've heard that, like, why so tight? Some people ask, right? So, ¿por qué why so tight? And you're like,
Sí, porque están ahí.
exactly. So, lighten up is like, relájate, lighten up. So, everything's gonna be
lighten up. And why? What's the meaning of lighten?
Lighten comes from light, you know, like, and light means, in this case, it's not a light, but it's more like,
¿Cómo sería?
I don't know, it's like the opposite of in Spanish. So I don't know, it's like, okay, so I don't know, like it means relájate, but lighten refers to, do you know how some things are light and some things are hard? Like, for example, Coca-Cola Light, you know, Coca-Cola Light. So in that case, it's like liviano, that's the word. So lighten up means like aliviánate or relájate.
Aliviánate.
Exactly. Okay. What a hard word.
Es como
There's another one as well.
Aliviánate o relájate.
Loosen. Have you heard this one? Loosen up.
Loosen up. No.
I know a word. Soltarse. You have to loosen up. It means that you have to let it go. You have to soltarte. For example, when you go to a party, some people will say, hey, why don't you loosen up a bit? So just suéltate, relájate, and everything. Loosen. Okay. Okay, what about this one here? To play it by ear.
To play it by ear. I don't know. I never heard that.
Okay, so can you read that, Daphne?
Okay, to decide what to do as things happen instead of planning anything. To decide what to do as things happen. Like, I don't know. I think I understand the meaning of instead of planning, do something, like something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I
Okay. So I really don't know if there's an expression for this in Spanish, but it basically means when you are gonna figure out things, when you're gonna see how things turn out as you go. So for example, I could say, okay, let's not plan what we're gonna be doing today in today's class. Let's just play it by ear. So it means we're gonna see what to do as we go. First, I don't know, we're gonna come up with something. We're not gonna plan what we'll do next, and then we'll see what comes up. So like we're not gonna plan our calendar or anything. We're just gonna play it by ear. It means like we're gonna see things as we go. That's another thing, I think, as you go.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
No, I can't get it. I mean, no, I don't understand the play by ear.
Okay.
Do you have
Let's see if,
example?
okay, so I don't know. I like you could say, for example, when you're in a game, I think that it comes from that. When you are in a game, you usually plan for things, right? You're like, okay, so this is gonna be my position. We're gonna do this. We're gonna attack at this time. We're gonna do this this other time. But when you play it by ear, you don't know what you're doing. You have no idea. You're just gonna
You just let it go.
things go.
Let things
Exactly.
happen.
Let it flow. You know, what happened will happen. So
Okay, now I understand. Okay.
okay, here it is. Improvisar. To improvise.
Yeah.
Play it by ear. Okay. So tocar de oído, I don't think so.
No. Let
Okay.
it by ear. And why ear?
Oh, because it refers to music, you know? You
Okay.
play an instrument by ear. So you don't read the notes, you're just playing it by ear. So I think it's in jazz, you know, you just start playing and you improvise.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So stick to your guns is the next one.
Stick to your guns. I never heard that. To continue to say or do something although people disagree with you. Okay. I know some people don't like your proposal, but I think you should stick to your guns. Okay, yeah, I understand the meaning of that, but I don't know how to use in a sentence. I mean,
so
like you're giving an advice, maybe, like.
Yeah, when you're giving an advice, you could say just stick to your guns. Don't let anybody change your mind. So
stick to your guns.
Yeah, you know how some people sometimes just tend to follow the group. So everyone says something and you just agree with whatever they say because everyone's saying it. So you need to stick to your guns.
So do what do you think is right.
Yeah, like don't change your opinion.
Yes. Okay, yes.
Mhm.
Stick to your guns.
Okay. Here, watch out.
Watch out. I hear bad. I don't know the meaning. To pay attention to what you're doing and not do anything dangerous. Like, yeah, I hear the expression like, watch out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like cuidado in Spanish.
Uh-huh.
So if somebody's about to fall, you're like, watch out.
Yes, like you're cutting vegetables, watch out your fingers or something like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. And finally, to wait and see.
Wait and see. No, used to say that someone should not be anxious because they will find out about something later. It's like let it, o sea, just let things happen in the way they have to happen. Something like that, like every, I don't know how to say.
Oh.
I know the meaning. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. I think in Spanish we have sentarse y esperar, right? Instead of wait and see.
Sentarse y esperar.
Sit and wait, wait and see. So yeah, but it's basically do that. So basically don't do anything. You just wait and see. Don't do it.
Como, como que, perdón, estoy hablando español, pero que como todo se relaciona, ¿no? Como que keep cool and play it by ear. It's like
Yeah,
all of the words are like giving you advice or to chill, right?
yeah, I think so. Like most of them, they are about advice.
Uh-huh.
So this is how to, yeah, examples of advice. So yes, they're, okay, what happened? Okay, so now that we have seen those expressions, we're gonna answer these ones. So what about the first one? Let's try and do something that you really wanna do.
Go for it.
Go for it. To be kind,
To be kind, to have a heart.
nice. Be careful because something bad might happen.
Watch out.
Great. To be patient,
Wait and see.
nice. Don't be so serious.
Don't be lighting up.
Great. Here we have, don't be so serious, don't be so tight. Right.
Yes. Don't be so serious.
Exactly. Okay. Behave calmly even though you may be worried.
Behave calmly, even though you may be worried. Keep cool. Behave calm. Keep cool. What does play by ear? No, I think it's keep cool.
All right. Play by ear, what was that?
Playing by ear was like improvisar.
Exactly. Perfect. What about the seventh one? Keep trying to deal with a difficult situation.
Hanging there.
Stop being so sad.
Cheer up.
Nice, good memory. Don't do anything until you see what happens next.
Don't do anything until you see what happens next. It's kind of confused there. Play by ear is like improvise, but watch out is careful. I think it's watch out, like careful. Don't do anything until you see what happens next. I don't know.
Until you see what happens.
Yes.
I don't know. Like, yeah, it is confusing. Gotcha. So, but I do think it's played by ear because it's like you start seeing what you're gonna do next after you do it. So you see what happens next and then you do it. you know?
Mm, don't do anything until you see what happened next. Like stop there and see what happened next. Yeah, it can be play by ear. Like don't improvise. Maybe.
Okay. It's like, don't plan. I think it would be don't plan anything until you see what happens next. I think that would be. Now, what
Okay.
about don't let others change your opinion?
Stick to your guns.
Also, let's see. Okay, so 10 out of 10. That was perfect. 100%. So you was correct. Okay, then. Okay. So I think that's going to be for today. I don't know if you have any questions about what we've seen today.
No, I have a question for using the platform. And I know that I have homework, so I want to know how can I present my homework, or how does it work?
Okay, so let's do it right now. So the thing is, I'll assign it to you right now. So for example, I'm going to assign what we've seen about the past continuous, maybe so that you can continue doing this other activity that we have for the video we saw, the vocabulary we just saw. And I don't know, maybe I can assign you something about reading that we don't need to do it together, you know?
Okay.
Okay. Now I'll assign it to you and it will appear on your screen. It will be on the assignment section. So I'll be there in a bit. Right now, I'm just gonna go with the details. Tomorrow before class. So hold on. Okay, what's wrong? Okay, here we go. So 1, 1, or maybe 2. Okay. So now it's done. Now you should be able to log in the platform. And once you're there, you will have this assignment section. And in there, you will find all the things that you need to do. So for example, in this case, it appears that I have sent it, but you will just have this. So you just need to click on it. For example, this, the video listening, and you'll have it there. Okay, so in this case, you haven't submitted yet, but you just click on it and it'll appear. I don't know what's going on.
Can I try, please? If I have.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I'm in the platform, but course assignments, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm there. You don't have any assignments in this section.
Okay, so I think I might have done something wrong. Let me check again. I'm gonna do it once. So tomorrow.
I don't know. Am I in the right section? Maybe.
Yes,
Do
I
you
think
want me to show you my computer, like what I'm doing?
of course you can. Let me allow you to share that. Okay, so you can share your screen now.
Okay. Yes. No.
Are you sharing it?
Yeah, I think.
I don't think I see it.
No, I think I can. Because
Why not?
you're recording. That's why I can.
Really?
Yes.
That's weird. Well, try again, because I usually do that. And
Okay.
And I usually record.
Me dice salir de la reunión.
Oh, what if I stop recording? Let's see.
Maybe.